Can't take the flip flop, man.
South Texas, bro.
South Texas for you.
It feels like these winters are getting longer each year. Ever since the big freeze.
Summer feels shorter.
That's the way it goes, I guess. I stopped hearing myself, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's because I unplugged myself? I don't do it.
Hey, everybody, it's your boy, Lew Sico. Sitting in the back of the room. 2/16/23. It's 46 degrees. It's pretty fucking chilly. And were you able to get that?
I'm trying. There we go.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Technology is against me.
I got a fun one tonight. Shout out Justin Anthony Rodriguez, Brave Films.
What's going on, everybody?
They want to get a hold of you. How do they get a hold of you?
Best place, Instagram at Brave Picture.
Brave
Simple.
Picture. My bad.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said film.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a film company, but yeah, just Brave Picture, man. Make it simple on everybody. Yeah.
And we got my boy Ern with me. What up, Ern?
Hey, what's up, man?
They want to get a hold of you. How do they get a hold of you?
I'm only on Instagram at ECT83.
There it is. How long you been making films?
I guess going about 6 or 7 years now, man. 6 or 7 solid years of filmmaking. I would say, yeah, time goes by.
What got you into that?
Got me into filmmaking? At first, I was making scores for films. I got into
like music.
Yeah, music. Music got me into film. So,
like what were you doing? Like playing the instruments?
Yeah, I was like
producing music.
Producing, man. I was like a bedroom producer. You know, yeah.
It's not that kind of podcast.
Right? That's a whole nother story. No. It's, like having the Reason, having the Ableton, having the keypad, having the drums. Like, I would just make entire music just solo. And so I was making scores for people around Texas, short films, stuff like that. Those films didn't see the light of day. So I was kind of annoyed by that, because, you put your heart and soul into it, or you just give yourself to it, and then nothing comes of it. And that kind of got me like, man, like, you know what, I can do this myself. So I just started writing, and I just started writing my first short, and the rest was history.
So cool. when you started, was like, is it just you by yourself doing this? Like, do you have like a?
Well, it takes a village, man. It really does. It really takes a village.
I remember seeing a bunch of names at the end of the credits.
Right. Yeah. Whenever you do a film, it takes a lot of people. But, I mean, at first, I mean, I guess it's just like any kind of like, medium, like, like you're a musician or a painter, you start off with a blank canvas, right? Me, like, I started off with a blank page. I write the film. Now I got to get people on board with this, right? And so, like, my very first one, in 2000, I don't know, man, 2000, I don't even know. My very first one, like, I had to get people on board, so I had a script, and that's it, right? Like, got to make it real. And so I got people on board, and then it just went on from there. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Where can people view these?
My short films, you can find most of them on Vimeo. And on my website, which is bravepicturefilms.com. I think that's where you got that from, right? Yeah. So it's bravepicturefilms.com. You can watch everything except for my last one, because the last one's in the festival circuit.
What's the last one?
The Art of Dying.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one right now going through the festival circuit. It's doing pretty well.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Like, all right, how do they read the longitude and latitude?
How do you read it?
Yeah, how do they read it?
Some people use like this military protractor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so I actually bought one of those and and try to do it myself.
So what is this? It was happening in like the early 90s?
Yeah.
Because I saw like the Sandinistas and everything like that.
Yeah, this happened so
I remember hearing about the Contras and everything like that.
Yeah, so I mean, this is my take on how the Art of Dying is kind of like a take on how the drugs got here in America, right?
Like Snowfall.
Exactly, and also like like in that part in Boys in the Hood where Lawrence Fishburne like gathers everybody around. He's like, how did the drugs get here? Like, we don't have any boats, we don't have any planes. What he's talking about is like that. And if you dive and that's how the way Freeway Ricky Ross was a part of too. But this is all, there's a big conspiracy behind it and stuff like that. But this is just my take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was fun to make.
I love how you made it like around the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Like that, dude. It was. Yeah. I love the scene where he's staring at that guy just tripping out, like on the side of the bodega.
Right.
I love how like I look at that. I see like a DGK wheat paste at the bottom. It's just like, damn, that's cool. Like some local shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool. Like the phone, like says Gorgasm. Shout out Gore.
It's a great way how you do visual storytelling. Like when he's looking at that guy, like I kind of feel like that he's looking at him to remind him why he's doing it, that he doesn't want to become that person, and that it's just a reminder that why he's doing what he's doing. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that moment, like he kind of feels like, oh, like, am I a part of this? Am I contributing to this? But yeah, no, shooting around San Antonio was awesome, man. Shout out to the bodega, Jefferson Bodega. They were so cool. That's where we shot that scene. But I like to take like what's around me, like in my films, which is crazy is because like you see those types of people, right? Like just talking to themselves, just all strung out and shit like that. And so I remember like a week before I was shooting that scene, dude, I was walking downtown and I just remember this lady coming up to me just like that, just like all strung out, just like talking, but not even talking English, and it's just like, it kind of like gave me like, like the universe is like telling me like, you're making this movie, right? Like sometimes it's weird how like the universe holds your hand and like, it's like, oh, okay, like, it just, when you see that kind of stuff and you're making that kind of stuff, you're on the right path.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I totally feel you on that. Like, I got a number that follows me around every day. The number 28 follows me around.
Right on.
Like no matter where I go, I'm always gonna hear like, it's that number always just pops out to me, and it's
yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, and as a creative people or creative, whatever you do, like you got to pay attention to those things.
Yeah,
you have to, man, because once you start paying attention, then things start happening. And yeah, that's what I like to do.
Yeah, I definitely liked a lot of the shots, how you like do your slow shots, and there's one particular where he goes to the last car, and how you I like how you use lighting, especially in the other shorts, and in this one there's a close up going on, and he's in a white car, and you use like the light from a neon light shining on his car, and I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, shout out to La Margarita. That was the La Margarita neon sign downtown.
Okay.
Which was kind of cool. They set up, like they had their own look to it, like that neon. But we also set up lights, as well. Shout out to my crew. My crew's awesome that I had for that shoot, which is JD, Josh, and Trevor. They knew what they were doing. We added an extra red light just to get that effect, and that's why it looks like that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And like some of the songs that you use like on there, like the music, like is it local or?
Not local. There was some music on there that I used from people that I met from South by Southwest back in the day.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm talking like the old school, good old South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Where like everybody was just together.
It was like,
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was more about the music than how commercial it is now.
Right. Like, and also before, like not people blew up, but it was just like these like DIY, like if you knew, you knew.
Yeah.
And you were able to like rub shoulders with these people or just talk to these people, which is dope.
Yeah, man. South by Southwest used to be fun. Now it seems more like a chore.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's different now. I don't know when's the last time I've been, but I remember those old school RSVPs, man. Like RSVP season. Yeah. It's like, damn, I gotta RSVP to all this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I don't remember that being like that now. So,
man, I remember one year I bought an artist pass from a friend of mine.
Yeah,
that shit was sick.
I bet.
Like,
I'd be showing that off everywhere, just like showing everybody.
Well, you connect to like your phone,
Oh.
And then it's just like what was it? We're just chilling, then all of a sudden you get a text or like the app. Anyways, it was just telling us like Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz playing on top of this like parking garage.
Right.
So it's just like, oh shit, let's go fucking walk on that. Let's go to the parking garage.
Let's go there, and then you go there, and there's like free booze and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're just like,
man.
what is going on right now?
Yeah, that artist pass was amazing.
Yeah, when I got tired of the music stuff, I started going to the film stuff, and that was really interesting. I started getting the wristband, and then later on, I got a badge, and that was wild. You got to go to these classes and learn some stuff.
Yeah,
and there was like a lot of free parties, but what I mostly liked was watching the small stuff that you would probably never see again.
Yeah,
and like there was a lot of. It feels like that there's a lot more bigger movies playing there, but not so much smaller movies, which I think were the best stuff. Like when I went there, everyone was like, "Oh, you should see this movie called What We Do in the Shadows," and I went to go check it out, and that was a really funny movie. And then now it's like become a show, or whatever, and stuff like that. Like I feel like is like not
and now he's directing Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, that's I actually like. I went there when he was screening Hunt for the Wilder People, and he was going to be there, but he was filming that Thor movie. I forgot the third one, and then but he filmed like a little intro for it.
Yeah,
and I was like, I didn't even know he was going to do a Marvel movie, and I was like, oh wow, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I do like looking for the obscurities and you know the low key things, whether it be music or films. Like especially that's what South by was good for.
I remember I saw J Prince speak there.
Oh yeah,
and like the room wasn't that big. Like there was like maybe 50 people in there. It wasn't even like that big. Like sitting a row away from him, just kind of like, oh shit, hell yeah. And I remember that was like my main thing that year at South by, to go see that.
Right. I guess we're just talking about it because isn't it like next week?
Yeah, it is coming up. It's
I went last year when it opened up, and it was like it was all right. It felt back to being small again, just because it was opening up because of COVID.
Yeah,
and like everything was still limited and all that, and like I'm pretty sure it's gonna get back to the way how it was like commercially big.
It's a great place to get discovered.
Oh yeah,
Filmmakers, music,
everything.
Yeah, so I mean, like festival wise, that's top. Top tier.
Oh yeah, like every like band that will play there though, not every band, but. There's this band called Otobaki Beaver from Japan, and they played in Texas before, and I was surprised that they weren't like every show on their tour is sold out, but except for the Texas ones. But they're gonna come back to Texas, but they're only playing South by Southwest, which is a smart move. And after that, they're really gonna start selling out shows in Austin. That's what's happened to like some other bands, like a band called Idols. I don't know if you heard them. They're this punk band. They were good, and then they were like playing small shows, and then as soon as they played South by Southwest, after that, every show in Austin was selling out.
Oh yeah. That's what it's all about, man. You could sell your movie there,
Sell your soul.
Sell your soul for how much? Yeah, it's nuts, man.
So back to the Art of Nine.
Yeah.
So how'd you get in these? You said you're showing off in festivals.
Yeah, right now it's in festivals.
Like how do you do that? You just hit these festivals up? There's a whole circuit to it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a college application, really. You pay the fee. You write them the essay being your film. You just show them that, and then it's just up to them, really, like if it fits in their programming. Like I know how you wanted to stream it, like where we're watching it right now, but like I told you, like we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because like there's like some kind of like embargo on it.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah, it's like they don't want you to be showing it because they want to show it.
Yeah.
So like for so like if we were to do that, like who knew? Like oh okay, well we can't show it because you have it online. There's just something about that. So. And so it's just they made it easier now. Back then, I think you had to mail it in like a DVD, like this whole press kit. Like you would have to do all that back in the day. But now it's easier. There's websites where they're all there. You just set up your profile, and you set up. You have your poster, you have your stills, you have your everything there, and then you just submit, which is great.
How much is the fee?
It depends, man. Some of them are. It depends on when you apply. Like they have early bird stuff. They have, regular all these deadlines, and they range from like $10 to like $50. So, depending how higher the festivals are, like I think like Austin Film Festival, like that's like I don't know, $60 and can reach up to 100. Yeah. So, the earlier you get, the less it is.
So which one are you showing it again?
This one, so we got Phoenix coming up.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, Phoenix Film Festival, which is like in March 25th, somewhere around there. That's going to be fun, man. Gonna go out there. It's fun because I submitted my last ones to there, like Glossolalia and Lush, and they didn't make it. So this one did. So it's kind of like a, like a redemption. So I finally get to go out there. That's fun. And then
Phoenix is a fun town.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I only drove past it to go to Vegas. But, I never stopped there. But it looks like a metropolis. So I'm excited about that. And damn, I don't know. I guess I can say this one. I'm not supposed to. Uh-oh. Just exclusive here on the show. Just got accepted to Philadelphia.
Oh, shit. Dope.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Latino Festival. So,
when is that?
That's in the end of May.
Badass.
Yeah, they told me not to say anything.
So do you go out to these?
I would like. Yeah, I like to. Because that's the whole point. It's networking opportunities. It's Q&A. You're standing up there. It's also a good time. Yeah. It's all those things. And so, yeah, I try to make it out as much as I can. Yeah, which is beneficial.
Yeah, man. I bet, man. I mean, you're out there,
you never know who you're gonna meet.
Chilling with like-minded people. So yeah, exactly. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Never know who you're gonna meet. Never know who's going to be like, in the long run, like, just supplying that bridge, man. Which is great.
Yeah, man. Dude. All right. So I know there's this part in The Art of Dying. You like pan out, and it's like the whole city. You know what I'm talking about?
When it pan out, it's the whole city?
Yeah.
It's when they give out the first coordinates.
Oh, yeah.
And there's just lightning going on. That shit's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, that is dope. Yeah, that wasn't San Antonio, though. It wasn't.
Yeah,
but it was
it
something.
Didn't look like San
Yeah,
Antonio.
we were kind of like staring at it for a minute.
Yeah. There was some things that I had to do to, supply the story. So, yeah, that's kind of just like its own kind of thing. So, just added it in there. But the most important part of it is just the coordinates on the title and, on the screen, which I've never seen that before, like in any film.
Yeah.
And that's why I fell in love with it immediately. Like, I had, like, the vision of that. And, like, when you're making a film, man, and, like, you have, like, those moments where you have, like, a vision where you think, you see it in your dream and then it becomes real. That's, like, one of the best feelings ever, And I had a lot of those moments in that film.
Badass.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So was some of that like shot under 35 downtown?
Yeah. Yeah, that bridge scene that was like right there by where is it? Like by 5 Points area?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's where that is.
Dude, there's a skate park there now?
Is there? Underneath the bridge?
They it's a DIY skate park, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, have you seen with the first drop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the first drop. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of real estate under there, dude. Like,
yeah, right.
And like, like looking for these locations. Like, I was just driving around one night, and I was like, where am I gonna film this? And I just drove around, like, trying to find a spot, and probably drove around for hours, and then I found that spot underneath the bridge, and it was well lit.
Yeah.
That it's well lit at that time, and I was like, man, like, we could do it here. And the city's been awesome, man. The city's awesome about, letting me film and do what I want to do.
So you ask for permits and do all that?
Yeah. Well, I do my best to do that. Yeah, I do my best, man. I remember I asked for a permit for that, and they told me, that's not part of our jurisdiction or something like that. And I was like, fuck, well, who do I talk to? And then it was just this big thing. But then, it's just like sheer will, man. Like, you just did it. We just did it.
Yeah, man. I mean, to be honest, that's most of the projects I do. I just kind of just
do it.
I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And if I got a vision I'm trying to put it, I'll just fucking do it.
Yeah, ask for forgiveness, not permission.
If that.
There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of going that. That's the way it goes.
So glossolalia.
You said it right the before. Glossolalia.
Man, I can't.
Yeah.
Hold up. Hold up.
Glossolalia.
Where was that filmed at? The neighborhood, just at the outside of the neighborhood.
There's this spot called Urban 15.
Okay.
I forget where it is exactly. It's by kind of like by the old the Freetail brewery.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I was just looking through these old hard drives the other day, and I saw where my boy Fire like painted the inside of a Freetail brewery.
Yeah.
We were like fucking around in there like all hours of the night. This was so much fun.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah, I think it's still there.
Yeah, it's still. I think it's still fully functioning. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
So glossolalia. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, so glossolalia means speaking in tongues. And that's exactly what it's about, the preacher and, selling an infomercial to a bunch of believers, which I'm pretty sure we've all seen before.
It almost kind of gave me like Requiem vibes for a minute.
Right. Yeah, where like I know what you're talking about, like Mike McDonald comes out.
Excited. Excited.
Yeah, he's like the phone number's on the bottom. Yeah, dude.
Like the mom story.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was like that one just grinded me, man.
That one hurts. Yeah, that's like a one-time watch, and that's it.
No, but that music from that movie, like I could play that and go to sleep.
Oh yeah, dude. That whole orchestra.
That whole score, yeah.
The Kronos Quartet, I think it is.
I don't know what it's called. I just type in Requiem score.
You can go to sleep to it and you can work out to it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, just like pump some iron.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. But yeah, no. I mean, speaking in tongues, which is, when people are speaking a different language and trying to use religion with it.
What I really liked about it was there's a lot of stuff that talks about the way how I guess you could say he's somewhat of a evangelist or whatever, and like people will go into that, but they never show like someone confronting him or confronting their actions or anything, and you show that of this guy confronting him, and I like that a lot, and that whole scene is like really powerful, and I just thought that was like one of the most important parts of that, especially of someone's actions and when they do something and they don't think about the consequences. And then, I thought 100%. That was cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, really wanted to. I already knew the beginning and the end of that. I just got to write that middle part, which that was what was the leading up to that stuff and the consequences and stuff. But I didn't want to express like a specific religion in that. So I don't know if you noticed, there's no iconography or, stuff like that. There's no, symbols or anything. Yeah. So I kind of made it like ambiguous. But we all know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all know what we're watching. And, like I said earlier, my favorite part about that was like the research part, which was like I actually went to these churches and like saw those kinds of.
How many did you go to?
Like 2 or 3. This was almost, I don't even know, like 4 years ago. Like I said, my cinematographer at the time that I was going to use, he like turned me on to like, he's like, I know exactly what this is. Like my mom used to take me to this, like it's over here. I'm like, cool. Like I'm going to go check it out. I go there. I'm a fly on the wall. People are going nuts. I mean, you've seen like also the videos like where they
do that here in San Antonio?
Yeah, dude, it's everywhere. It is absolutely everywhere. And you also see the ones like on social media or Instagram where they put like other music to it, and it looks like they're dancing to like hip hop and stuff, but everyone's just going nuts.
Wow,
everyone's
that's
just shaking.
Hilarious.
Dude, those exist.
Man, that's funny.
Yeah, that was my take on what that was.
Yeah, I like how it's the brightest. The lighting is like the brightest out of all your shorts.
Yeah,
I mean, like Isn't that part of the hypnotism? Bright lights.
Yeah. Then I thought
Like
that,
when you're
that
in
was cool.
like when you're in a casino.
It kind of like makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we shot it during the daytime too, because that's when those usually take place. I kind of like, that was the one where I was like, we're not gonna stylize it, like we're just gonna make it look like what it looks like. Yeah. So like a regular church day.
So where'd you shoot that one at?
Urban 15.
Oh, duh, yeah.
Yeah, which is a great spot. George is awesome. His wife is awesome. They host like film festivals there, or one of them. I forget what it's called. Josiah, I think it was called. And they do a lot of cool stuff there. A lot of cool stuff for the kids and arts and stuff. So shout out to them. Yeah.
Damn, I gotta look that up.
Urban 15. Yeah. And they were so cool about it too, man. They just like, we just couldn't mess up the floor, so we had to put the carpets on the bottom, because it was like basketball floor or like hardwood, and they just got it done. They trusted me, man. But I was like, yeah, I promise we won't mess up the floor. But
so what? You put some rugs down?
Put some rugs down.
There we go.
Yeah, man. And then not only that, it was crazy about that shoot because you guys watch it, right? And like, there's people in the audience, man. Dude, I had no idea, like, how many people were going to show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to make it look like a church, right? I put out, like, a wide casting call. And literally, it was just, like, either it's going to happen or it's not. And, like, the day of, man, people were just coming in. Like, it was, like, a real, like, field of dreams. Like, if you build it, they will come, man. But I was just, like, so grateful that we had that many extras. And that was a real gamble, dude. That was, like a Hail Mary kind of thing.
How old is that one?
That one, I shot that and came out in 2019. So, yeah.
So did you shop that one around to any like festivals as well?
Yeah, that one got into a couple. It got into mostly Texas. The furthest it went was Norman, Oklahoma, which was pretty interesting.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
yeah. It was.
How was Norman?
I didn't get to go.
Oh, okay.
I was like tied down to a full-time job at that moment, and I just couldn't make it out there. And I don't know. Like I saw a video though, like of someone there, and they took a video. It was like playing at, I don't know, some kind of bar or something like that. But it was playing on all the screens. It was nuts.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So it's a real college town from what I heard. That's where OU is.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah, that's where OU is. So it's a real college town, and I didn't get to go to that one, but. It sucks when you don't get to go. Like, you feel it. You're like, damn, I wish I could have gone. Like, so that's why I do try to make it to the festivals. Yeah.
You ever gone out to Kansas?
Never been to Kansas.
Oh, man, Kansas City's a good time. I'm actually headed there next month.
Really? We submitted to Kansas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we find out in March. So,
cool.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm going out there next month, and I have a show there in June or July. I think it's July.
Nice.
And I'm just kind of going out there to just get my feet wet.
It's a good scene out there? Or?
Dude, I didn't think I would ever be saying, yo, Kansas is live. But Kansas City, Missouri is live. Like,
that's cool, man. I really like it when that happens.
Yeah, right?
There's really, like movement everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was this one when I did Lush, which was my first one. It got accepted to this one in Laredo, right? And I drove my ass down there, right, to Laredo. And so I'm there, man, and, like, it looks like a ghost town downtown, right? It looks like old school San Antonio downtown where, like, no one's out, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looked weird. And so I was there, and, like, I see a cop or, like, a guy wearing, like, a vest and a badge. And I was like, oh, shit, here we go. And he's, like, calling me over. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I go up to the guy, and he's like, hey, man, what you're looking for is in here. I'm like, okay. He opens the door.
Creepy.
Dude, yeah. And so I'm like, okay. And I walk up the stairs, and I open the curtains. And, dude, it was like a New York party, like a loft party, dude. And there's so many people in there, like all this youth, all this scene. And I was like, holy shit, that is crazy, man. Crazy. I had a good time there.
So Laredo was a good time?
Laredo was a great time. Definitely go back out there.
Hell yeah.
About Lush, is that could you tell me like what that's about? Like I have some theories, but I kind of want to hear your take.
Yeah, I mean that was just basically a take on our current, social media hookup culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like like how dangerous it could be, and like what if like how easy it could have been for women just to take full advantage of that thing. But it's more than that. There's just a lot of social cues. That's like kind of like what I like to make my films about.
I like that how mixed it was about everything, and about how the guy's like in kind of like self-doubt and what he talks about, and it feels like that she has a grudge against men. And I really felt like throughout the whole thing it was a statement on the current dating world. And I love how you go along the St. Mary's Strip, and I thought that shot was really cool. It was really neat. I don't know where you go after that, but that whole thing where she's walking it down from Squeeze Box all the way to Paper Tiger, I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I thought it was wild seeing no construction.
There was. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. The current. Yeah. No, there was that construction. You see Limelight. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun to shoot out there. We didn't have no permit for that. We just
what year was that?
When did we shoot that? Like Jesus, like man, time is just weird for me. Like how the way it works. I think I shot that like in 2016. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. So like I said, we didn't have a permit for that. We just walked out there, and we shot it during when San Antonio used to do the music week.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, it was lit up down there.
100%.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. I saw Soup like painting the side of like High Tones.
Yeah.
He was painting a mural during that. I remember all that.
Yeah. So we shot it during that time, and there was just so many people, and we were just like, you just have this girl walking on this, and everyone's like, what the hell is going on here? Like, but we did it anyway.
Yeah, I loved it. I love seeing like the crowd's reaction to the camera.
Yeah, me too. That's actually my favorite part. Like someone tries to touch the camera. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah. And I used that as like as a cut to go to a different scene because it looked really cool. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I liked how you ended up by the High Tones lighting. The old the Vidhin, the old what was the name of that damn bar? It burned down.
Yeah.
Phantom Room.
The Phantom Room.
Phantom Room.
Yeah, the Guadalupe, the Virgen neon sign. Yeah, I did that one for the Wink of an Eye, which was like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I used that one for.
Oh.
Yeah. That was like kind of like a little. I submitted that for a contest. It was like what makes San Antonio, basically like what makes San Antonio awesome.
And that one, I like how. I think is it on Commerce or right under where all those lights are, and she's walking down. I like that shot.
Bums Disco.
Yeah. No, the lights with the underneath the bridge, right? Yeah. That's right there by St. Paul Square.
Oh, okay.
I like Denny's.
No. It's like yeah. I think the Smoke Barbecue's there now. Like,
I think. Oh yeah. The Denny's is like a little further.
Oh yeah. You said Denny's. Yeah. It's right there underneath that bridge.
There's a few spots where they have that. I remember we'd always call it Bums Disco.
Yeah, dude, that place used to be crazy, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Now they put all those lights in there, and now it is what it is.
They just put off all those. They fenced off all that area under there. And
yeah,
a lot of those people are gone now. It's kind of crazy.
100%.
Yeah, but I like how it's about this girl that's just self-motivating herself to do what she wants to do, and I take it that she's like an immigrant kind of in San Antonio, just trying to build herself up.
Yeah.
But all the locations and everything, and then that one shot that Lewis mentioned with the neon. See, I thought it was St. Mary, but you're saying other.
Yeah, I shot that one myself. That's the only one that I shot myself.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that was I usually have other people do it because I know it's not my strongest suit, and I get the best people to do what they do best, right? So that's why I always attach a DP first, the camera guy, cinematographer. I'm like, I partner with them first, after I write a script. But that Wink of an Eye, I shot that one myself, and someone stole that camera, so I don't shoot anything anymore. Yeah. But
what were you shooting with?
It was like a Panasonic Lumix, one of the G numbers, G7, G5, I don't remember. Bought it on eBay. Just wanted to, put it in the contest, and I thought I was going to win and, get that money back, from it. But I was like, whatever. It is what it is. I was kind of happy with the project, but what A Wink of an Eye is though what it really is the girl is auditioning and trying to put herself out there for a film, but at the same time she is the city. It's also the city coming up.
Okay.
So it's like a synonymous, like an actress in San Antonio trying to come up, synonymous with the city trying to come up. So they're both the same. So that was my concept. So when she's talking about herself, it's really the city talking about itself. If you watch it again, that's my take.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you use the same DP for all your stuff, or?
No, man. I purposely use different ones every time.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why I do that. I just feel I want, like, for no reason, like nothing, like, oh, like, everyone did a great job every single time, but it was like my thing where I was like, every time I'm going to do one, I'm going to use someone different.
Just testing out other styles?
That, or yeah, I find like it's important to like know how to work with different people.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. I felt like that's the way. But when I did The Art of Dying, JD Macias did the cinematography for this one. I would probably work with him again. I'd probably quit out, like, working with different people every time. And just like, him and I have like this kind of mind melt.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the payphone shots. Those are really cool. And
Yeah, right.
How, like, did you shoot most of that in Donaldson, or?
Yeah, the payphone was there was 2 payphones that we used.
Right. There was like a glass one, right?
Yeah, that's Tong's Thai. Shout out
okay.
Tong's Thai. They have the best Thai food. They still have the case, right? But it's like a valet thing. They don't even use it. It's just there or something. I had to buy the actual phone.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude. I bought the actual
That's
phone.
fucking sick.
Yeah, I still have it too. And I think it definitely works. Like, you can plug it in on your landline. If someone calls your home phone, it will ring. So I'm thinking about doing that soon. I want to.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so that one was the Tong's Thai restaurant, and then the other one was Jefferson Bodega. Those are the 2 payphones that I used.
Man, you're talking about landline. I'm thinking about, I don't even know where, like, I would hook up a landline in my house.
It's somewhere here, dude. It's somewhere here, but yeah, I
Like,
don't think
the
anybody
15
has
years
that.
I've been here, like, I've never had a landline.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
That was old school times. But I will say, dude, there's actually a lot of payphones still left in San Antonio. Like, if you're actually looking, there's so many. Like, it's wild. Some work, some don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it don't look like most of them work. I always see them, like, ripped out.
Yeah, some of them are ripped out, some not. There's a bunch on Fredericksburg Road. Like, if you just go down Fredericksburg, like, just drive and try to look for phones, there's a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old ass street.
Yeah. I'm talking like 10 or 20.
Well, then, I mean, that's about Coney's Heights too, and probably they don't care as much as the city, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has to do with that.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything, like, are you gonna work on anything next, or do you have something in mind? Or?
Yeah, man, I've been working on this project for a while now, this next one. And this next one is going to be a feature. I'm told myself before I shot my first one, Lush, before I did that one, I was like, I'm going to do 3 and then I'm going to do a feature. And so I'm at that point now. So now
When you say feature, what do you mean?
features long form, like an actual, the big one, the hour and 20-minute one.
Oh, wow.
That one.
Wow. Sick.
Yeah. So, I'm climbing this uphill battle of, I'm starting the writing process, which is going to be like a mountain climb, So I'm just like kind of like locking myself away, concentrating on this, project, and I already have the concept, and I'm really excited about it. And and that's what's next.
Damn.
That's cool.
When are you going to start working on that?
It's already started.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm already started writing on it and ready getting ideas and, thinking about places to film and, the whole thing, man. The whole machine's starting to move, which is good.
Sick.
Yeah. This one's going to take a lot, and this one's also going to take a lot more money.
Well, yeah, I assume.
That's the thing. Man.
Shoot, let me know when you do casting calls.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Like,
I let everybody know.
Like, yeah, man. Well, let me know. I'll talk about it on here. Like, I'll let my people know.
Yeah.
How much did it make? How much did it take to do your last short?
That one was about $7,000. That was about $7,000, and it's because I won $6,000 of it from a grant here in San Antonio.
Wow. That's cool, man.
Yeah, so this, like I said, the city's been really awesome. The city's been really cool, and giving money out to like people like me to do this. So I can't complain.
I've known some people where they do it themselves, and I don't know how they. And I know that they can do grants, but they just decide against it, but then it ends up taking longer. And
it is kind of like an intimidating process. Like even like all the grants that I applied for, I have the thing in the back of my mind. It's like, well, I'm not gonna get it. Why am I gonna do it? Just I'd rather not. Dude, just do it. Just do it because you never know. Yeah. So I get how it can be very intimidating, but at the long run, man, you never know until you shoot your shot.
Yeah.
And then there you go. So.
Sick. Mm-hmm. Man, that's dope that you're going to do you said a feature. Like,
yeah.
How long you thinking that's going to be?
Dude, it's going to take a while. It's probably going to take me like a year or two, like at least to get to the point where we're shooting something. I feel, if everything goes right, also funding and stuff like that. But I'll die trying, man. I'm gonna die on that hill, dude. I'm gonna make it happen.
Fuck yeah, bro, dude. Yeah. I feel you on that, man.
Yeah.
Like, when I started this, I thought I was gonna do like 4 or 5 episodes and be tired of it. But man, I really enjoy doing this. This is so fun. I get to kick it with like, I know I say I just met you, but I know I didn't just meet you.
Right.
Like I know you from one of my past lives.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly, dude. It's like, oh, you met that person, that old version, or
Yes, yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly.
I think, we met like on some old versions of ourselves, man. That's when we met.
Shout out, Allie.
Shout out, Allie. Shout out, Ritual. Old school.
Ritual was fun.
Yeah, dude, that place was a flash in the pan, man. Like,
yeah, man.
Crazy times in there.
Yeah, man. That shit. Ritual was this little gallery under Guadalupe and Frio, right there, right by the magistrate, right behind Amy Rodriguez.
Yeah,
it was when the peanut factory was when it was abandoned.
Right.
I don't even think those people had moved in yet.
Yeah. Now they're pretty fancy apartments now.
Yeah,
dude. Everyone's getting a piece. And we used to throw crazy shows in there.
Yeah,
and crazy artwork. You would go in there and graffiti, throw up some sick wall art.
Curate it. Yeah. I was having a good time doing that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we would change it up like almost every couple weeks.
Yeah, like every 2-3 weeks we'd switch it up. That's
switch it up, dude. It'll be like a new looking spot.
Yeah, man.
It's a great concept.
Yeah, that was. It was really cool. It was really easy, really fun. Like it was just so open format.
Yeah. That's also kind of the problem too.
Yeah, that's why it's not around anymore.
A little too open format. Yeah. People were just getting wild in there.
Shoot, man, I remember Suicide Boys played in there.
Yeah, dude, crazy. We had some crazy acts in there, dude. And it was just all handshakes and word of mouth and emails, and we got some people dipping in and just playing a show. That's the way it should be, man. That total DIY feel, and that's what I'm kind of missing with. I don't know currently where it's at, but. I just hope it's still going on.
No, it's still going on.
That's badass. That's great. That's great.
Well,
what kind of camera did y'all use for the last one, the Artist Dying?
I believe we used a Black Magic. What's crazy is every time we do a shoot, the DP, well, except for Glossolalia, but the Lush and the Art of Dying, there was always something that happened with the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, there was something like
what do you mean?
It would malfunction. It would be this never happened before or something, or just it's starting to shit out or something. And so every single time after the project, the cinematographer got a new camera after that.
Shit.
So yeah. So that camera, DP doesn't have that camera anymore. He's got something way better now. But that's cool. Yeah. So that camera was an a Blackmagic something. I forget. I have to ask him. But yeah. See, that's the thing. Cameras are cool and all. I wish I knew more about them. But that's why I get the person who knows, what they're doing with them. Yeah. And they're part of the team. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
How'd you get acquainted with the whole with all these people to like help you like your cinematographers and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, like once you do your first one, people started taking notice, you know. And
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and then it just builds from there. And so the first one, I asked the cinematographer, right? Like I went to go search for him, and shout out to Mason Hunsicker. He's good cinematographer here in San Antonio. Then after that, yeah, I think the one for Art of Dying, he hit me up like on Facebook. He's like, hey, like we'd love to, you know, work sometime. That was it.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the neon look that you have. I'm fooled. Like I thought, like between Lush and the Artist Dying, I could have swear you used like the same
guy.
Yeah, or like I didn't know if it was you or not at the time, but I was like, oh, he has this neon look to it.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like hit or miss with it. But I guess being from San Antonio and seeing how you used it and all that and at the places, it's very impressive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's your job to like, you know, paint your vision and give it to the next person, you know, the DP, cinematographer, and you see the same thing. That's key. You know, so it's like, yeah, like they're doing the lighting and stuff, but it's like, it's because we had this, you know, mind, like, you know, meetings where this is how the way I would like for it to look. And it's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. And then it just works out that way. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, I kind of want to have this, like, look where it's, you know, neon or, you know, like these kind of colors. And then we just go from there. And it just starts orchestrating. You know, it's kind of just you know, I'm sure it's like music, man. Like, people play music together. It's like, oh, I like that drum beat. Like, let me put something on it.
Oh, yeah. Everybody has to be coordinated.
Yeah, everyone has to be coordinated. Everybody has to be making the same vision in order for it to work. You know, I'm talking to everybody, not just me and the cinematographer. Like, me and the, you know, the gaffer, the PA even. Like, everyone just has to be a part and, like, know what we're doing and be on the same page, and everyone has to be making the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
So how'd you end up Brave?
Brave? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's quite simple, man. Like, Brave is, I mean, it's just because, like, what I felt like you had to be brave on what you're doing. That's it, man. I was like, oh, Brave Films, you know? It takes a lot just to do this, man. Like, it really does.
Yeah, man, you're putting yourself out there like that.
Putting yourself out there. And what is, you know, putting yourself out there? It's being brave. So that's where I got it. Yeah. And, yeah, man. And, you know, it takes a lot of mental, what most people don't know, it takes a lot of mentality to do this, you know. A lot of mental gymnastics. That's what I kind of like tell, you know, if I'm like talking to a bunch of kids about filmmaking or other people in advice. What I've learned is, like, I learned so much from this process of making these films, man. I learned how to, you know, be patient. You know, I've learned how to, you know, be a better person, like, you know, mentally, which is really tough, man. There's a lot of trials that you have to go through in order to do this. I don't feel like it is for everybody, but that's just some stuff that I would, you know, tell people to be aware about, is like, keep your mentality, you know, on check. Yeah, because it's nuts.
Yeah, patience is like one of the, I think, most important aspects in life, especially like dealing with a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with a lot, man. Yeah, and you know, you never know, like, you know, how it's gonna get you, man. Like, you know, like, it took a lot for me. Like, at this point in my life right now, like, I feel like I've learned so much from, you know, that, like, you know, as a character, or like even just like with people around me, like my loved ones, and how the way I act towards them, and it takes a lot from you. You know, it takes a lot from you. There's a lot of sacrifice as well, you know, with your mentality and your being, and, you know, like, there's a lot of frustrations, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of, you know, it's highs and lows, man, and it's nuts. That's what people don't realize, is that what it takes to make a film. Like, you know, I mean, I'm also just speaking of my own experiences and my own self, but I feel like it's kind of like a common thing where, you know, people kind of drive themselves crazy. Yeah, it's nuts.
Fuck.
Don't drive yourself crazy. But yeah, that was crazy. When I was shooting Glossolalia, I would like, I went to the doctor one time, right? and I felt something in my chest. And this was when I was like kind of like, smoking heavy. And I like thought like, oh, this is it. Like there's something, I'm talking the big C, like he's going to tell me like, dude, you got this, and I went to the doctor, and this was like right before we were start filming Glossolalia. And he's like, what do you do like for a living? I'm like, oh, I work here, and I'm also a film director. And he's like, dude, you need to chill out. Like, you're going way too crazy. So it turned out like there was nothing wrong with me. I just had way too much anxiety. And I thought I was dying, man. I thought I was literally dying. Because it takes a lot for me to go to the doctor, like my arm has to be falling off or something.
Bro, dude, I'm a Hispanic dude. I'm the same way too, man.
Right.
Like,
yeah, dude. Like my arm has to be falling off, or I got to be like, the wound or something. And he was like, dude, you need to calm down. You need to relax. And so that's when I found out. It's like, damn, dude, this is taking a lot, like mentally wise. So,
yeah, your mind can really play tricks on you.
Yeah,
that something similar like that happened to me back in 2012, and I had changed my whole way of doing things.
So, yeah. And these are some of the things that you have to learn. Like being a director or whatever you're doing, and like that's what I'm trying to just say to people who want to be directors. It's just like be mindful of those kinds of things. That's it.
Shit, it's cool.
Hell yeah,
man. It's been one of those days. Like I'm just got a little spacey. I haven't had a drink. Been preparing for this talk. Next Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna drop Thursday, so the talk will already have happened.
Okay.
I don't know. I might drop this earlier if I can. If I can drop this Monday, I'll try and drop it Monday or Tuesday.
What is it, like a seminar or?
It's an artist talk. It's an artist talk. Well, first I'm gonna talk about point and shoot photography, my version, and then I'm gonna go into. I made books. I don't know if you ever knew that. I made 3 books. I made a series called Instacrack 1, 2. 1 and 2 are zines. Part 3 is like a book. And
dude, Instacrack.
Yeah,
that's a great name. That's awesome, dude. Yeah.
It was I shot them all on Fuji Instax.
Oh yeah.
So like instant, Instacrack. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
Like,
that's cool. It's like that film look or what?
The whole thing was shot on Fuji Instax, like different formats of that film.
That's cool.
Like I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't realize how much fun I was having. I didn't really even realize what I was doing. I know I did the first one. I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of similarities, man. Like process wise, and between how the way you do your thing and I do my thing.
Well, yeah, man. I have an amazing designer, editor, heterosexual life mate. Shout out my boy Zerk.
Dope. What's up, Zerk? That's cool, man. Yeah, it takes a village, right? It takes collaborators.
Yeah. It takes like-minded people to like sit there and like first see your vision, and then like, all right, let's see this shit through.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, that's exactly right, man. It's nuts. It's crazy how it works that way.
But yeah, this talk, fuck, it's mentally draining, it's stressing me out. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I finally got a good concept of it. Like.
Yeah.
I'm going through old hard drives, which trips me the fuck out. Seeing shit from 2014.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Like just treasure box just opened and all these emotions that come with it.
Just seeing old graffiti that isn't there anymore. That's a wild one too. Seeing shit from like Detroit, abandoned schools in Detroit, seeing badass graffiti.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. I dig that.
Yeah, man. I'm about it, man. I can't wait to do this talk. It's been stressful, but it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be interesting. I know they had 20 tickets originally. I sold those 20. They opened 10 more up. I think they said like 4 or 6 spots have been filled up.
Yeah. Where does this take place?
Digital Pro Lab. Shout out Digital Pro Lab. Thank you, Amanda.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, man, I'm stoked about it.
I've been there.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, you should be stoked, man. Like, yeah. Just don't forget to take deep breaths, man. You got this.
You're right,
You
man.
got this, man. You do.
That's Great advice. I love that.
Hey, if you're doing this, then you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. You've been doing this for a while, and you got this.
Well, I've been good. I do improv. I go to
Sick.
an improv at Overland Theater
Okay.
on Bandera.
Yeah.
You've heard of it?
Yeah. Yes, I
Dude,
have.
their improv is so much fun. I haven't been in the past few weeks because between work and this talk, everything's all tied in. But man, I really want to make it on Monday because I feel like I need to get in there and loosen up a little bit before I have to like do this talk in front of everyone.
Right.
Like,
That's
dude,
one of the things I had to get used to too, is public speaking.
right?
Yeah, because we got Q&As, we got panels,
Yeah, at the film festival.
film festival stuff. Yeah, dude, I'm out there in front of people just talking. It gets easier every time, but it is a skill that you have to acquire.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever done an improv?
No.
Bro, there's so much fun.
Really? I've been to one. My friend Dane, she was at the Overland for a while. Yeah, shout out to her. She was in this film called Lilith. My buddy Danny directed it. We're going to the Houston Latino Festival next month, and so shout out to them. Yeah, she was doing the Overland Theater for a little bit, and that's where they were doing the improv. So yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun when I go there.
Yeah.
It's cool, like, opening up that way. Like it's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not for everyone,
Right. Yeah.
but it is different. Like,
Yeah. Has anybody like bombed on stage or something?
yeah, bro, all the time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've lit myself on fire in front of everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
And that's a great teacher, to be honest, man. It's probably like one of the most humbling teachers you could ever have.
oh yeah, right. Because
Yeah.
people will just laugh it off, and, like help you like get back on track.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. I can see how that could be a good exercise before you do this.
Yeah, I really need to get in and do one. I really need to go on Monday. I've missed like 4 or 5 of them. I was doing them pretty like every week,
Regularly.
every Monday, boom, boom, boom. Having a good time there.
That's cool.
Hey, on the music, like how do you choose that? Do you just have something in mind, or I like your choices of music, and especially like the first song that comes out on the when it shows the coordinates. Yeah, and I like the electronic song, but then you choose like different other stuff for your other films.
Dude, to be honest with you, man, music is probably the most important aspect to me in film.
Yeah.
That marriage between music and film is like nothing else. So yeah, sometimes I even have the music picked out before I'm even filmed out.
Oh, that's cool.
Because that's like what, I would even use like that song. I knew it was going to be in the film, and I would write to that song, to see what I come up with. So I just think music is probably the most for me is the most important aspect in filmmaking for my films. And I appreciate like, you watch like a movie, like a Scorsese movie, and like he uses like the perfect song, and it's like, damn, just elevates the scene so much. Like that's just so important to me in the process of filmmaking.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just like hearing a song and you just think that'd be badass on a movie. Or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. And sometimes, like I said, like the music comes first,
Yeah.
like in my project. Like I'm like this, yeah, and then I would hit them up and be like, hey, like I paid for music, before.
Yeah, that's cool. Is what we were talking about how you use Nicholas Jar on your reel.
Yeah.
And how you said that
Yeah.
he does music for movies and all that, and like because you like I just really met you, but you seem like you have this really good understanding of music and know how to place it, and that's what I like. That's what I've gotten from your films, and I admire that a lot.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like I said, I feel like it's probably the most important thing in my films. Like that, the subject matter and stuff like that, but it's just like this music, like the feel. It's very important. But yeah, Nicholas Jar is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's making scores for films now, which really excites me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But if you haven't heard Nicholas Jar, go listen to him. And it's for my reel though, so it wasn't like it wasn't like a part of my film. So it's not like I emailed Nicholas Jar, be like, hey man, But dude. But yeah, like I paid for like during Lush, like the bar scene and the music. That's like oh man, what's his name? I forget now. But like I had to pay him like $500. He's like some Slovenian artist. It's pretty dope though.
Sick.
Damn, I can't. I remember I Shazammed some of them. I might have the picture.
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm drawing a blank right now. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, he's great. He's pretty big now, which is cool. And it's good to like give
Here's
back
one
to
of
artists.
Monsieur Brown. I don't know which one he was on. This guy.
I don't think so, man. I don't. That does not ring a bell.
Okay.
But
Maybe something else came up.
that one.
Okay.
Time Cop. 1983. Yeah. Holy Other.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah, dude. And that's cool too, man. Like putting people on to music as well. Like, I
Dude,
think
this guy's always putting me on. He's always giving me great ideas for music. Like,
yeah.
he's always schooling me.
Always
I'm
going in some.
ridiculous about music. I don't know.
That's good, man.
I don't know.
That's a good thing to be ridiculous about.
Yeah. I guess it's like what feeds my mental health. I guess it helps my mental health. But I don't know. I just like to listen to the new stuff. I like to listen to what. It's more about hearing what's good, what's not just fresh, but what's good and what strikes you in the best way. And I noticed a lot lately. It's more of the underground stuff. I like some mainstream stuff, but I feel like it's always down to the person that's just starting out, because there's just something about like I don't know. They just something about their heart when they first start out. Like they just it's there.
Like you can hear it on the tracks.
Oh yeah.
You can feel it like
They're
on
giving
the
it
tracks.
all what they got.
Yeah. And what's also important is like listening to multiple genres.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Like you got to.
Yeah.
Come on now. you
No,
know?
it's ridiculous to listen to just one genre.
Right. But remember, like, that's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like, you know, this guy's a rocker. Or this guy,
rocker
you're a
fool."
rocker fool. This guy's a... Yeah, dude, exactly.
Yeah, isn't that crazy how like music defined you in high school?
Right. It's like, what kind of music did you listen to? It's like, yeah, but like, you know, that's why you got to be multi-genre. Like, if it has soul, if you feel something from it, like, no matter what genre it is, man, that's special. Of course. So, yeah. I think that's what it was like during the radio days, you know, like when people had radio, it's just like specific genre.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's what did it, man.
You think?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
It's just like, oh, what radio station did you listen
Yeah.
to or whatever. But I felt like it was like something like that. But that's why I always wanted to make one of my dreams, especially like as a teenager, was to make like a radio station that had everything, you know, just like you can hear like an Outkast song and then you can hear like a George Strait song on the same radio station or something like that. Like
Everyone's head would have blown up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like why not? And they're all just hits, you know. But I always had that, you know, fascination. Maybe like a pirate radio station. I was thinking about that a lot.
You can just stream it now.
Gosh.
Yeah, now everybody just streams, so it doesn't even matter now.
Have you ever seen that movie with Christian Slater where he has his pirate radio station?
Pump up the volume.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Oh wow. Okay.
I thought
randomly
maybe like
saw
some
it.
ghosts show up because he's usually like in horror movies. Is it the one? You know?
It's a really cheesy 90s movie.
Yeah.
But fuck, it's so good.
Yeah.
I feel like that doing the podcast sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's what's up.
I love that movie.
Yeah. I'll check it out now.
I love cheesy 90s stuff.
Yeah. 90s was a good time for film, to be honest.
Do you remember Mac and Me? Did you
Yeah.
ever see that one?
That ET knockoff?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, dude. And like it flies off the cliff or something. Or like someone flies off a cliff in that
They're
movie.
dancing at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. Sponsored.
Dude, I never thought of that. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, they got money from that.
That's funny.
100%.
Yeah, see a lot of movies last year. Or
Oh, dude. Movies is like my spot, dude. It's like my mecca, my church, man. Like
what
I
were
love
some of your favorites from last year?
last year. Yeah, there's a good one. Like I saw Men was a good one.
Oh wow.
Red Rocket. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That was a funny one.
I liked Red Rock. I like that filmmaker a lot.
Yeah, Baker.
Yeah, Sean Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a very interesting. Something very raw about him.
Yeah.
This time,
Yeah.
especially what's that movie called? Tangerine.
Tangerine.
He shot it on an iPhone.
iPhone.
Yeah, that movie's really fascinating. About it follows these two transvestites, and they in Los Angeles? I don't know why I keep thinking Florida. I'm thinking about
The
Red
Florida
Rocket
Project.
and Florida Project.
I think he shoots all of them in Florida.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm not too sure on that, but yeah, no. But he had some. He shot on an iPhone, yeah, but he had like lenses on that thing.
Oh, okay.
Which is dope. I mean, which is great, you know. But yeah, that was he's a really good director. Those are the two that kind of just like came up to my mind right now. It's hard to tell like what came out last year and this year right now.
Yeah, for me, it was just, I don't know why it's getting harder to see movies in San Antonio because of, I like to see a lot of the smaller flicks, but ever since like Bijou shut down and now when Draft House opened up, Draft House is not, they show like some like small films, but they're not showing as much. And then now with Bijou shut down, it just feel like it's like you just have to see it on streaming or something.
Dude, Bijou was the spot.
Yeah, it was the spot. Yeah,
they would show like stuff you would not see anywhere else.
For sure.
Yeah. They try to do like a series, like it's actually called Bijou series.
Oh yeah, I know that they show. If they do show like something like they would show at Bijou, it'd be at Embassy Theater now.
Yeah. So they have like a little piece of it still, but it's not like the whole thing. Yeah. And I think like the Woodlawn Theater took over the Bijou.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, they're having like plays there.
Having plays.
Like yeah.
That's kind of cool. I mean,
it's
still kind of creative arts, but
yeah, I've been wanting to go check it out how it is, but I just haven't had time. My schedule's weird. I work overnight. So.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I try to go to the movies as much as I can.
Yeah. Last one I saw was Infinity Pool.
That's the one I saw too.
Wild Ride.
Yeah, love that one. Dude.
Yeah.
I did like that one.
Yeah, I like how that guy worked. I don't know if I like it, but I like what he's doing, and I love the way how that movie ended, and I don't know. I like his vision and style. Like I liked what's that movie called? Possessor. I kind of feel like it's a little bit dull, but I like the look and the feel of it. And I like how really messed up it is, and how
I didn't think he was able to top it.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because like I really did enjoy that one, and then sure enough, he did.
Yeah, there's this amazing scene in Possessor where it's that girl where she's has the guy and she's imagining herself having sex with that girl, and then right above her is the eyeball, and it's like her eyeball.
It's her eyeball.
That was so sick. Yeah, I never seen anything like that before. That was cool.
Oh, I get what you're saying, and like that's why I like that movie so much, because it's like you have to appreciate that someone's making something like this.
Oh yeah. I like, even though I thought it was somewhat dull, I admired the hell out of it, and I liked a lot of what he was doing. I kind of didn't like it as whole, but man, the way how that movie ends is so cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So we can't take that for granted. Like people making films like that.
Oh yeah.
So that
it's hardly anybody like makes films like that or takes chances.
There's some. They're just on the lower level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch on the lower level, but yeah, just like whenever it gets to that point, like where it's showing at Huebner.
Oh yeah.
You know, like Huebner Oaks at 7 p.m.
Like, I saw. Well, at the time it was like because of COVID and I remember I saw that at Casablanca, and I was all thinking to myself, they're showing this movie here because they don't have any other movies to show, and like I felt grateful for seeing that movie there, and I was like, if it was during regular times, that would have been at the Bijou. That was
right.
Yeah.
And there is something about seeing a movie in the theaters still.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%. But I mean, people are starting to sway towards, I don't know, I shouldn't say people, but like, the conversation is like, well, it's all streaming now. Like we don't need to go to the theater, but it's just something different. And and I feel like it's the same thing with music. Like, we're talking about like, you don't actually like the song, but if you see the band live and then it might turn you on, like, damn, I might like them now.
Yeah.
And then same thing goes with stand-up comedy. It's like, it's different live rather than watching a special on HBO or something. But yeah, it's the same thing, man. The theater experience is very special.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I remember so I saw Half Baked.
Hell yeah.
At the Bandera and 410. Remember there was a theater back in the day?
Yeah.
Now it's like a telemarketing center.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember like when I saw Half Baked, no one was in there. It was me, my homie, and then like 2 people all the way in the back.
Right.
So me and my homie, we're just sitting there passing the pipe to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And isn't it crazy that you still remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, you remember like there was 2 people in the back and that kind of shit? That's an experience, man.
Well, after the movie, we're walking out.
Yeah.
And then my homies in the back are like, "Hey, what up, Lew?"
No. I knew that was you.
Yes, some shit like that.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's
man.
what I'm saying, man.
Movies experiences, man.
It's funny, y'all were talking about Requiem for a Dream. That was the first movie I saw at Bijou. And
Really?
I had randomly saw it there because I was with a friend that knew a friend that worked there, and he was all like, "You should check out this movie. It's crazy." And I was...
Wasn't Dustin, was it?
Oh, I don't know who,
okay,
who
I
it
was
was.
just
I knew this guy named Chris Bonwald who knew some other guy that worked
Yeah,
at the box office, and then
I was just
let us in for free, and then...
Yeah.
And
I had a buddy there at Bijou that let me in. Yeah.
That's cool. And
he's like, "Yeah, come at this time."
that's what's up.
It's like, say less, man. And I just walked right in.
I had no idea what I was getting myself. I like those experiences though, when you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. And and like we saw this movie, and I was like, just I don't know. I was like, I guess
Which
you could
one?
say I was
Requiem.
shocked.
Requiem.
And and then I was like, I didn't know it was going to be like that, and I liked what it was about or whatever, but I kind of feel like more people like it for the wrong reasons, but it was just a very shocking movie, and I just remember that was one of those movies on the way home, not playing music on the way home. I was just still thinking about that movie. And I was like, shit, dude. Like, it was just wild.
Going through it.
Right? Yeah. Little John's wild. Dude. So you said you only saw that one once?
Requiem?
Yeah.
I mean, I probably saw it, like, I mean, it's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
So
I went through a phase where I would watch that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I probably saw it 2 or 3 times. Yeah, 2 or 3 times. But I'm just saying, it's like one of those ones where it's like...
You don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go back and see that, like, you're definitely, like...
There's something wrong with you. No, it's
You're
really good,
definitely, you're definitely, like, trying to kill your emotions or something.
Yeah, dude, it's a heavy one. You got to be in the mood for that. Yeah. But I do like films like that where they're, like, heavy and, like, you know, it's just like, damn, this might be a one-time watch, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like an experience, you know?
Do you watch any TV shows?
It's harder for me to watch TV shows just to stay with it.
Because personally, I'm a sucker for family TV.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude.
Family TV?
Like, Fresh Off the Boat.
Oh, yeah.
I watch a lot of Scrubs.
There you go.
Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad.
Oh, dude, Breaking
I watch all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah.
But I always have to be consistent, have one of those playing.
Oh, yeah. Like background.
Yeah. Sometimes background, sometimes I'll really be into it. But like,
it's called comfort.
Yeah.
It's like comfort shows and stuff. A lot of people have that. Some people have their comfort movies. Some people have their comfort shows.
Yeah, it used to be movies. Well, I used to have a rowdy DVD collection when DVD collecting was a thing.
I still got mine.
Now it's more of a thing.
Yeah, you got rid of it or what?
I got robbed a few times.
Oh, damn.
You know, those were always the first to go.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
Yeah, life.
Yeah. Or it's like when you let someone borrow a DVD, you're never seeing that again. I hated that. It's like, yeah, I like this movie, though. But yeah, no. If I watch shows, they're like HBO shows, because those are the best, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, those are the high quality for me.
Like what? Like what are you talking about?
Sopranos,
Ooh.
man.
That's one of my comfort ones.
Yeah. Leftovers. Chernobyl was dope.
Yeah, Leftovers.
Underrated.
Yeah, I thought it was so good. This new take on grief and I don't know.
Future
I think
like
grief
future
is
aspect.
like
Shoot, now you gave me something new to watch. I've never seen that one.
I think
I like it.
grief is like one of the most powerful aspects of life because to me it will help you change you or make you grow as a person. And this show, like I've read that people that were going through grief watch this show and they were like, this show like helped me get through some shit.
I bet.
And it's really heavy, but it's very interesting to watch of how these people process during this horrible event.
Yeah,
that's happened.
It's like a horrible biblical event that happens where, like, what if, like, all of a sudden, like, I don't know what the percent was, not half the people, but like a good, like 10% or 20% of the people just vanish. And so like they just go through it, like living in this alternate universe of like if that actually happened.
Yeah, it like kind of divides people, and then some cults start, and it's like, and then they're like, oh, I remember when that person was like this, but now they're in this cult, or why did that person go, or he was an asshole, and or I hated him, or something like that, and it shows like
Humanity.
yeah, and it shows how people can just change, or some people just don't, and it's wild.
Yeah.
It's it's very human.
Yeah. Take on humanity. And there's a lot that HBO. We Are Who We Are.
One episode about the preacher trying to keep his church because no one's like hardly anybody's like faithful.
Oh yeah, and he goes and gambles.
Yeah, and that was wild, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's one of the. I think he's one of the best characters because somehow that guy, with everything he's been through, somehow he still has faith. And it's just like, you know, like I'm not really a much person of faith, but to see someone do that and have that much willpower and still keep up with it, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's by Damien Lindelof. Or
Yeah,
so
yeah. I never liked Damien Lindelof until I saw this show. Yeah. And then he did that in
The Watchmen.
which is kind of like the same thing. It was about these people adapting after a horrific event. You know?
Yeah, The Watchmen was pretty good too.
I was shocked by that show.
Yeah. So yeah, HBO has them all. Yeah, shout out to HBO.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Not sponsored or anything, but yeah.
You a fan of Nicholas Winding Refn?
Oh, absolutely, dude. He's one of my
Have you
top
seen
guys.
his shows or?
I started watching the Copenhagen Cowboy.
Oh, okay. What do you think about that?
It's definitely his style. He definitely got to do what he wants.
Oh yeah,
which is cool.
It's very colorful to look at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's his style, dude.
I saw. So I saw that. I love to look at it a lot. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That's his films.
Yeah, I love his early stuff, but after I saw this, I had finally watched Too Old to Die Young, which is on Amazon.
That's an even slower burn.
I thought that was more. I thought it was more of story driven though.
Yeah.
That one, like, have you seen that one? Or,
huh?
Okay,
yeah,
I just
Teller.
barely finished it.
Yeah,
and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it really sucks that you're never gonna get in, like, see what happens. But man, it was dark, dude. Like,
it was.
I thought it was darker than Copenhagen Cowboy, and like it went to some places where I was like really uncomfortable.
Oh, he loves to take you there.
Yeah, but I loved what he did with the characters and how you were just like, yeah, you're not watching some like other show. This is like you're in another place, and it feels more realistic.
Yeah.
It's way brutal.
Yeah,
and these people.
I really do like it when directors make you feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
I really do. That's like one of my favorite things about films is like, you know, and I feel like filmmaking is one of the best platforms that someone can have, you know, because whether it's a short, whether it's a feature, or like you're in the theater, or I'm at these film festivals, those people are sitting there and they're going to have to listen to what you say for 15 minutes, you know, and what are you talking about, right? I feel like it's the best platform that someone can have artistically. That's just me. But yeah, that's where I was going with that.
What do you think about the way how he portrayed Mexicans in that?
Which movie?
I mean, Too Old to Die Young.
Oh, like the cartel type stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, just like that machismo type stuff.
Honestly, like the way how they talk reminded me of how it was back in the day, and how they talk about black people and all that. And I was like, it was so on point of what they were doing with it. And I like that. And I don't know if a lot of people agree with it, but it was just like, I was like, yeah, I've heard all that talk before, and it was very on point.
Yeah, these are very underrated shows that no one's probably seen yet. Like, yeah, so it's called Too Old to Die Young, which is on Amazon, and then Copenhagen Cowboy, which is on Netflix. They're both
Copenhagen Cowboy like takes good advantage of watching it on a 4K TV.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I don't have a 4K TV, but I saw a couple episodes on the 4K, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like,
well, he's definitely one of my favorite directors for sure. And dude, there's this documentary that his wife.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I haven't seen it all, but I saw like part of it, and it was like, that was insane that he made Only God Forgives like that.
Yeah. So it's actually I think it's like one of the most important like documentaries about directing almost of all time, because you see a director who did something really mainstream, right, which was Drive with Ryan Gosling, and then he wants to do his, more indie type thing, and you see him in a different country, and then he brings his family, right, which is something different because he's always just directors are gone for most of the time, so he brings a family, and the wife just ends up like recording him with like a camera, and you slowly see the deterioration of him, like trying to make this film. Like, it is absolutely a beautiful masterpiece, and like I just really like that. Like, you just see, like, there at one point he's just like just like kind of pulling his hair out. Like, he's like, I don't, like, everybody wants everybody wants this. I can't fucking do it. Like, he just like breaks down.
Yeah, I liked where he talks about he's been writing it for a while, and he feels like he knows what he's doing, but then when he starts making it, he doesn't feel like he knows what he's doing.
Well, what happens is like once it starts going, he's like, oh shit, I'm losing control. He's like, I don't think it's turning out to be what I thought it was going to be. So I think it's very important for like every director to watch that.
Yeah, like, I haven't seen the whole thing, but I know like he thinks that that's like one of his best movies or something like that.
Yeah, and that's kind of what matters, man. Like, not everyone's gonna like what you make, man.
As long as, I guess,
stick to your
you're
vision.
happy with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's weird making something nowadays. Like name like one of your favorite movies, right? Like, whatever your favorite movie is, someone's online talking shit about it.
Oh yeah.
There's a video of him and William Friedkin, director.
Exorcist.
Yeah, and they're both arguing about that movie. It's funny.
Oh shit, I gotta see that.
William Friedkin like pretty much kind of shits on him, but yeah, but it kind of makes sense why he's talking about it. It kind of reminds, because of, have you ever seen that movie To Live and Die in L.A.?
Mm-mm.
It's a crime movie that William Friedkin did, and he hadn't done a crime movie since The French Connection, and he did this movie about how Secret Service will investigate stuff, and it's about the Secret Service agent that investigates a situation, and he gets involved with some people, and William Dafoe is the bad guy, and he's a counterfeiter. And it shows a lot of aspects of visual storytelling that you don't see anymore in film, but it's really cool. If you ever have a chance to try to watch it, it's has this neon-esque to it too, and there's like, the soundtrack is fucking awesome. I can't remember who did the soundtrack.
Putting it on my list for sure.
Yeah,
man.
it was a.
What was the name of this one?
It was called To Live and Die in L.A. It came out in the late 80s, and it was a certain group that did the soundtrack, and the soundtrack is sick.
Yeah, man, soundtrack's everything, to be honest, dude.
Yeah, no, it's I had always been trying to watch that movie. It was hard to find, and then TCM had showed it, and I'd watched it on there, and it was really good. It was awesome.
Nice. I'm putting it on my list for sure.
Well, shoot, man, it's about that time.
Hell yeah.
It's about, you know what I mean? It's about that time.
It's about that time.
Yo, if you've listened this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Subscribe, like, tell me what I can do better at. Tell me what I'm good at. Just talk to me. Yo, Justin, if they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
That's Brave Picture on Instagram. Brave Picture.
And what's the website one more time?
BravePictureFilms.com.
There we go. Hey, Ernest, if they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, only on Instagram, ECT83.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for sitting with me tonight.
Yeah,
I
man, it was a lot
y'all.
of fun, dude. Thanks for inviting me out.
I'm glad y'all were just hitting it off. I love that.